It was actually positive.
I wish I could say the same. My first introduction to MisAnthroPony was through FNGR's video posting about MisAnthroPony's basically bitch festing about Golden Fox, and boy was I ready to rip him a new one. Luckily, everything is cleared up since then. Anyways, that's an interesting way to start a podcast. Hello, everybody. Postscript of the Brony Crusaders here. I am here with my wonderful co-host, Rosie.
Hey,
if she's here. And we have here with us Jake Hammerquist.
Tosses tape recorder aside. Hi, how you doing?
And we have Phantom Knight.
Hey everybody, what's up?
And D. Birch.
Hey guys.
And Painted Patience.
Hello.
And we have Pony Jesus. All hail the Pony Jesus.
Praise be unto him.
Hail the Pony Jesus.
Ew, I got these new tissues and they smell like dogs.
He will spread his forehooves out and bless this food.
Or sneeze all over it.
Ew.
We shall dine on this hay, and it shall be a blessed evening. Anyways, we also have Prophetic Prose.
Get your bag.
Wait, did you say me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, hi. It's more like PrimievalBrony in my body, actually, because I'm gonna have to read for him, because unfortunately he can't be here.
And this topic's really important to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting to that, by the way. My apologies. Yes, PrimievalBrony is supposed to be joining us. We're going to see if we can get him in call. If not, as you just heard, Prophetic Prose will be reading through the text chat, which I cannot see at this point, which really fucking sucks. It's the only downside to doing this, recording this style. Anyway, here with us for the first time, which is so awesome. I'm actually really glad to recently have been in contact with you, MisAnthroPony. Welcome to Bronies Synonymous.
Hi.
and my any oncoming bullshit I'm going to prematurely apologize for.
Well, this is the BS podcast.
Hey, how long do you think this podcast will be?
These podcasts usually range anywhere from about 40 minutes to about an hour and 20 minutes. They usually last about an hour. So,
well, because I have to get going somewhere at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, we'll probably be done about that time. That's about the time Rosie has to leave anyway, because she has to go to bed at midnight her time anyway, and that's 6 o'clock our time, so.
Alright, that sounds good.
Anyways, yes, today's topic is the Brony Broom Closet. I was going to call it Party in the Brony Closet, but anyway, the whole idea of the episode today... Yes, those were the two ideas for my topic. Those were the two ideas for the title this week. But,
Really, I thought it was Twilight Seeker shipfic.
Shut up. The whole idea for this week's topic is coming out of the closet with friends, with family, significant others, other co-workers, other people around the world, internet, whatever. So this is whole coming out of the closet, kind of being who you are, true to yourself. This is a little bit more striking personal to me, as not only being a Brony, but also being a member of the LGBT community. So I've had to come out of the closet before, as having to be on that aspect as well as a Brony. So I'm interested in seeing how this comes from multiple different directions. So who wants to go ahead and start off our conversation?
Well, sure. By the way, before we start, I just want to say there will be a special guest star, R. Kelly.
Oh my god.
R. Telling?
Oh no.
What?
I feel like I'm missing something here.
He did a song called Trapped in the Closet.
Oh, yep, you're definitely my new best friend.
I was like, wait, what?
You're definitely my new best friend.
You're welcome.
I got that song stuck in my head. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Also, when did we get The Rock for this podcast also? It's a regular who's who up in here.
Hang on, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Dwayne Johnson, or are you talking about The Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock, yeah.
Wait,
Wish upon-
Nobody got that fucking joke. Never mind.
I'd like to go. I was a closet brony for way too long. I'd say I first became a brony by seeing the video with when Keyframe really needed help, but I was always kind of in the closet and until I saw one of Lightning Bliss's videos. I don't remember which one. Don't ask me.
Which one?
Shadow.
Shadow.
She told you not to ask her.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It was probably the one with Aeon, to be honest with you. The one with Twink and the first one.
Dearie.
Why am I not surprised?
Shut up. The first people I really came out of the closet with was probably my family, which surprisingly I didn't have any problems with. I kind of waited on my dad. I was still technically a closet brony to my dad. Like, he didn't know anything for about a few years. He probably didn't know until as of this year. So, being a closet brony kind of did suck because I felt like I really just couldn't talk to anybody. And once I was able to start coming out of the closet and actually start talking to people, I felt like, I don't care what other people think. I just started telling everyone. I didn't care if I was at work or I was at Walmart. I'd say I'm a brony and I'm proud of it. If you don't like it, fuck yo. So I'm very proud to be a brony. I feel like it's definitely come up. It's made me a better person in the long run, and I'm very, very happy to be a brony and to be able to help people who actually want to be out there, be spontaneous, and come out of the closet themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm good.
I haven't been in a
Goddamn
closet.
Shadow.
I haven't been a closet brony since August 2013, which is when I got into the show. Yeah, I just left no doubt in anyone's mind. I'd watch the show in public. I got shirts with ponies on them, and I'd wear them at school and at work. And if
Hang on,
people
you
ask
got to wear your own style clothes at work?
Yeah.
You suck. We got fucking uniforms.
I feel bad for you. No, I don't. I feel really sorry for you. I really do. I really don't. But yeah, you got my sympathies, man.
Make up your
You're
mind,
not
guy.
helping.
Yeah, so some people just took it for what it was. Some people would ask questions. One guy, he sees me in my Sweetie Belle shirt and's like, "Nah, there's a guy who's comfortable with his femininity." Feminine.
Yes.
And
Feminine
well,
traits.
I am. I've seen that movie Tough Guys. Guys is spelled Gyise. It basically says masculinity is bullshit.
Haven't you heard?
I agree with that philosophy wholeheartedly.
Haven't you heard? Friendship is manly.
I fucking love those videos.
So
Honestly, they were kind of creepy when I first saw them, seeing those chins on all of them.
I find those videos creepy myself, actually.
and to my mind, you can define anyone by either their job or their hobby. So whenever I meet someone new and they ask me what I do, I say I'm a online content creator. I do either railway stuff or brony stuff. Yeah, I don't so much do Thomas stuff anymore because
Excuse me.
I'm fed up with new Thomas material, really. But yeah, I still like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Recent episodes have been hit and miss, but as far as I'm concerned, anyway. But I can't see myself leaving the fandom anytime soon, and I do then as I do now as I did then. Leave no doubt in anyone's mind that I'm a brony.
Well, Season 7 has been a lot better than Season 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I know Season 6 had some of its moments.
I think every season has had its moments. It's had its ups and downs. It had some of its best parts, its worst parts, its best characters, worst characters, and but everyone also kind of has their own, opinionated parts.
The important thing is it hasn't gotten stagnant.
Oh, no doubt. The show has continually grown and evolved, and I think that's probably the best part about it.
It's one of the big draws for me. It doesn't stay still. Who's next then?
I don't know. Who's going
Want me
now?
to go next?
Sure.
Well, in terms of the fandom, when I first started, I kind of looked at I kind of heard things about it before. I took the time to watch the first season, out of curiosity's sake. I didn't actually admit to being a full-fledged Brony till about, I think, season 4, maybe 5. I'm not entirely sure.
So you basically lived in the closet for about 2 years. Or longer.
Something like that, yeah. I was more or less a sort of in-betweener, or interloper, you could say.
I did not have sexual relations with that pony, I swear.
Oh my god!
What?
It's a Bill Clinton quote, dude. It's from the 90s.
Yes.
Only he didn't say pony.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Anyway, continue.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Okay.
Go to someone else. Prose.
What? You wanna go?
You're saying it's your turn.
I'm trying to be as close to the end as possible, just in the hope that maybe Prime will make it.
Do you have your own story in the meantime?
Me? I mean, I'm a little bit of a weird case, actually, because there isn't much of a, Brony coming out story for me, or even a coming out story about my sexuality, really, because, on the Brony side of things, the only time I was worried about telling anybody about it was, I already told the story of my 18th birthday party, but, basically, for that to even happen, I had to tell my dad that I was into the show, and he didn't react very much. He was just kind of okay, cool. And, on my mom's side, eventually after high school, I moved back in with her again, and we never really talked very much about me being into the show until she started getting into it herself, because I already told this story before too, but there was this documentary thing I wanted to go see. She started watching the show just before we went to go see that documentary, and she was just into it ever since then, and so we've been able to talk about the show together recently, which is really cool. I'm happy I'm able to do that, because my mom is pretty much my best friend, so to be able to talk to her about this kind of stuff. But yeah, as far as telling people about me being into MLP, I don't necessarily make a big deal about it, but if it comes up in conversation, I'll talk about it. I'll say I like it. I have 2 or 3 MLP shirts that I'll wear whenever I want to, and it's not a big deal. I don't hide it, but I also don't draw like a hell of a lot of attention to it either. So like,
yeah, believe it or not, I actually think that's the best way to do it. That's the best way for anything, really, because that's the way the Japanese do it. It's like they don't really draw a hell of a lot of attention to anything, but you don't really question anything, really. Like, you don't push anything, but you don't
make it extremely obvious.
Yeah. Like, I have no problem admitting to the fact that I'm a fan of MLP, or that I just like cartoons in general, or that I'm bisexual. I don't care about admitting to any of these things, because, like, I spent a lot of my childhood being bullied, so I was like, you know what, if I'm already, like, weird enough for people to just bully me for no reason, I may as well just not hide a damn thing about myself anymore. Fuck it.
Embrace the weird, Prose. Embrace the weird.
Yes. Yeah.
Embrace the weird.
All these fucking tissues.
Embrace it as if it was your soulmate.
It is your soulmate.
Fun fact, my soulmate Prime, he's actually a little weird, and I embrace him on a regular basis. I'm not gonna go any further.
As long as you use protection.
I'm not gonna go there.
Nope, we're done. We're done here. Bye.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. We're done.
We're done. It's over.
That was the podcast, everyone.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Who's next?
I am the king of horrible reference jokes and bad shipping. So.
All right. Who's next?
I nominate you, Jake.
Curse you. Well.
Curse you as bro. No, wait, we're not there yet.
Nope.
But anyways. But anyway, for me, I think I still technically am one, in that I haven't really told really anybody. I think the only one I really actually told was my mom, like about a year ago, because I wanted to go to this one convention, and what's funny?
I don't know. Just put up this picture of pizza for no reason.
Extra cheese.
This pizza is delicious.
No, I was just laughing at another story.
It's God's gift to man.
As soon as you finish telling your story, I'll explain why I started laughing, because it reminded me of another coming out story, or non-coming out story, that I heard a little while back.
Alright, I got you. But anyway, like I said, the only reason I really told her about any of this was to give her context to the convention that I wanted to go to. And really, that's really about it. Ever since then, I thought to myself, maybe I should tell my brothers about this, and probably by this point, my mom has probably forgotten. But really, the only one the only one in my family that I don't really see taking this well was my eldest brother, because he's very macho about the kind of shit, and he's not even a cartoon lover anyway. So yeah.
Is he like my older brother? My older brother is a guard. He's a security guard in like a federal prison or something, and he's like all like, we'll put him as quote unquote traditional. We'll just call him that.
I just call him very bullheaded.
So your older brother and my older brother would get along very well. We'll just put it that way.
Your brothers and my cousin get along.
Well, I mean, he's not a bad guy, but you know, he is very traditional. But yeah, that's my story. Who's next?
I have to say.
Right. I was going to tell this story about this non-coming out story, that because we were talking about coming out, and Anthony brought up in the beginning of another podcast that he had never came out to his family, and he says, "Fuck that shit." He said the closest he ever got was when he was in a video store with a buddy of his, and his buddy pointed to it was a display for the original Equestria Girls in a coming soon rack, and he goes, "Oh, this looks like a bad fan fiction." And he's like, remember that show I wasn't willing to talk to you about? His friend's like, well, if it ain't about Discord, then I don't care about it. And he's like, well, alright!
Okay. Panther.
I go next.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think
You have the floor.
Shadow and Santa are the only ones.
I will say though, but the one last little addendum I want to add to mine is that really the only real reason that I don't really feel the need to tell my brothers is because I don't really indulge in the whole Brony thing too often. But you know, it's just something I have to deal with.
You make it sound like you have to go to like a bar, an underground bar lounge for it.
Well, it kind of
we're going to the drug lounge. You want to come with us?
Tony.
You're gonna get so stoned.
Yeah, here's.
Bye, Pony.
I gotta go see. I gotta go see the dealer. I gotta get some sparkling me. You know what I mean, man?
Pass me some of that crystal. Okay.
This podcast is gonna get hit so damn bad by like a DMCA or some kind of drug charge or something. I swear to God.
You swear to God, how dare you?
And I think it's Map's turn now.
Go ahead, MisAnthroPony.
I'm sorry.
I'm the map.
Yay.
I'm the map.
Oh, no.
I'm the
No,
map.
no, it's stuck in my head. No.
Okay, for a minute there,
A lot of songs got stuck in your head lately.
I thought you were gonna go like full in car with it, like I am a map.
Oh no, I thought the map thing was clever.
Cool.
Before the Explorer.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
That song gets stuck in my head anytime you come around or your name is mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Well, I could go look for it if you want me
Your
to.
fault.
I could go look for it if you want me to. I'll stick it in the video.
No, please don't. I will give you $50 to not do that.
And
Okay, so who put the pizza in the chat?
Backpack. That's about all I know.
Okay, well, anyway, I should start talking about it. Anyway, I can't say that I've ever really been a closet brony because I've always been very open about my participation in this fandom. Like, everywhere I would go, whenever I'm at a con, I would carry around my Pinky plushie or my Pinkamena plushie. I just kind of took one to this year's Anime Midwest. And I'm always interacting about it on the internet. If by closet brony you mean mentioning it to my folks, well, I will admit it took me a while to actually get around to that, but my mom and my sister and a friend of mine know that I am a huge brony, that I just really like this show. Because I ended up coming across it kind of late. It was in early 2013, and it just all happened so fast. I didn't have time to think about anything else. So when I finally told a friend of mine about it, it was through a chat on like we were texting, and he was like, "Oh, all right, that's a weird thing to find out." And I think my mom has really been interested in my participation in the fandom. She would sometimes bring it up to other people, and they seem pretty legit about it. They seem, okay, that sounds interesting. Well, the closet brony thing, I've always thought was for people who take their time in fully embracing their love for the show and participating in the fandom. And I honestly didn't have a hard time doing that. I just got into it so quickly. Talking about it to other people, though, was actually a little time consuming, and it was a little bit difficult at first. But I'm pretty open about it now, so I think I have absolutely nothing to hide. I was kind of a closet brony at first, but now I'm 100% open about it.
Looks like Prime's just about ready.
He's ready
I
to go.
hope so. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's getting himself primed.
That was a horrible
There we
joke, and I
go.
should slap
Hey.
you.
Great time.
Maybe I'll take
Thank you. I am quite proud of that one.
50 million
Apple
days
Wait,
later.
Shall I go next? Because I gotta go pretty soon.
All right.
Has Shadow gone yet?
Now Rosie
No.
can go. Rosie
Rosie
can
can go first.
Well.
Okay, Rosie.
I think I was a little bit of a closet brony because, well, after my friend introduced the show to me, I think it was about a few days later when I told my mum and dad that I was into LP, and they were interested in to know what the cartoon was about. And when I first joined the reviewing community, and I think it was the beginning of 2014, and I told them about all the work that I do in terms of my videos and collab projects and all that. They were really surprised that this fandom it was a really welcoming thing to me, and then for my sister. There was one time when I went to go to my sister's for Christmas and that. She knows that I'm a brony, and there was one time, completely by accident, that one of my oldest nephews discovered that I was a brony. Like I was in my room one day doing my usual stuff on my laptop, and then my oldest nephew came in and he noticed the Sweebo plushie I had, and he asked me, are you a fan of My Little Pony? And I said, yeah, and I was complete. You could tell me by surprise at that time because I didn't expect him to come into the room at that time, and so I told him, yeah, I've been a fan of My Little Pony for a good few years now, and then he asked, why is that? So I said to him, when he gets a bit older, I'm going to explain more about what being a brony is. So my mum and dad and sister know that I am a brony, really understanding, and just last year I went to my local sci-fi convention, and I took my mum with me because she wanted to know what the convention scene was like, and she pretty enjoyed it. And she met because there was Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred from Doctor Who, and Gareth David Lloyd, who played Yanto Jones in Torchwood, were some of the special guests there at the convention. And I introduced my mom to Sylvester and Gareth, and she was really excited to meet them, and the guy who played Yanto Jones gave my mom a wink, which was pretty awesome.
Her mom and dad are awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yeah, that was my mom, by the way. So my mom and dad are proud of me for all the things that I've done for the fandom, and because it improved my communication between to you guys over on Skype, and also when I do collab projects and things. It's actually changed a bit about who I am for the better. If I didn't meet you guys, I would have had trouble. So I was a bit of a closet brony at first, but when someone asked me about what I do, I'm more open arms to them.
Yay.
Oh.
So,
There just was
so
never.
that's my 2 bits.
Is that your story?
There just
Yep.
never was a closet door for me.
Oh, that was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Shadow?
Did MisAnthroPony already go?
Yeah, he
Yes.
had his go. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, but thanks for letting me know. Okay, so here's the thing. Even basically telling my mother that I basically was a, well, I'm not even sure if I should consider myself a brony, because I don't really know what qualifies as being a brony. But when I told my mother I was bisexual, it's still, to me it's complicated. Just like how Jesper is related to Pinky. Anywho, when first time I told my mother I was bisexual, she's like, okay. Basically, I'm like, same attitude. As I basically would say to a friend that would say to me, I'm gay. I'm like, okay, and? But anyway, the brony thing, I first started watching MLP when my friend basically said, oh my god, you gotta watch this, it's so awesome. I'm like, okay, calm down. I'll go ahead and watch it. I watched the first I'll watch the first 4 episodes. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do like it, I'll tell you. I watched the first 4 episodes, and it's like, I like this. I really do. It's got good detail and everything. And of course, let's see,
Then the question becomes, how do you explain it to them?
Well, no honesty, when I told my mother I was into MLP, same response. Okay. I'm not kidding. Because she used to literally watch the first gen. She used to watch some of the first gens before I was born.
The first gen honestly isn't a bad show to watch.
Yeah, so my story's not exciting.
I had to laugh and cringe at some of it, though.
Yeah, my
Actually,
mother. Go ahead, Prose.
sorry. No, it's okay.
Because my mother didn't care that I was into that, because she's figured I was into a lot of things like Turtles, Power Rangers, and all that stuff. So being into this is not a big deal.
Yeah. I really don't even remember why I was worried about telling my dad, because at the time I was like, okay, now I have to tell Dad if I want to have this party. But then I was like, oh wait, he's in his 40s and he's still a fan of Powerpuff Girls. He would be a fucking hypocrite to say anything to me.
He's not a fan of the new one, is he?
I have no idea, actually.
I am.
Oh, well, shame on you.
Tisk, I know.
Well, I guess it's a shame on me as well, because for some reason I found the old Rainbow Bright very cringy, but I like the new one. I have a target on me.
You're just lucky Bliss isn't around right now.
Yeah.
I was about to say something about that too. But alright, so who's next?
I think it's Prime's turn now.
Moment of
It's
truth.
prime time.
Yay! Alright,
It's prime time! Yeah!
I'll first start with saying, firstly, that is a very unoriginal pun. You should all be ashamed for making that pun.
Oh, yeah.
I know we shall be punished.
Spitting them out all day.
But I should probably start with how I actually got into the show, which is probably the most interesting of all the stories here, because I only got into it as a sort of just whatever. Because I kept seeing online just MLP. One day I found this shots from cartoons that look kind of inappropriate, and there was one of the MLP ones. I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see what all this hullabaloo is about, okay? Because everyone's been going on about this pony thing. Same thing, by the way. This similar sort of thing happened with Game of Thrones, and a similar reaction then happened. I was watching it. I was like, this is quite nice. This is actually quite nice. I'm liking this. Oh shit. No. I'm already in. Alright, let's do this.
You're too far gone now.
Hello? Outside world, is that you?
More towards the red.
That's basically me. However, at the same time, I try and stay in the closet as much as possible, because I live in Scotland. And Scotland is the place where any little thing, any single scrap that could be used as a target of bullying, it will be used.
That sounds
Ginger.
like most of the world.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
ginger, you get bullied. If you like dinosaurs, you get bullied. If you're skinny, you get bullied. All that sort of stuff.
Wait, isn't the national animal of Scotland the unicorn?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
But even
So-
then, I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of this. Everyone in most people in Scotland talk like this. Alright then, man, how was the Rangers game? Oh, that was fucking brilliant, mate. They're like
Help my Bob.
like skinheads, loving football, like manly people. So imagine they're like people like that hearing that. Hi, I like pastel colored ponies. Pretty
Well-
much, shanks are coming out.
Oh, Crevens.
Well, no matter where you
It's
are,
basically-
Prime, it's not you're gonna get bullied no matter where you're at. It's a matter of how you handle it. I mean, America's just as bad when it comes to that stuff. Sorry, love y'all, but still,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
it don't matter where you're
Yeah,
from. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For-
And then there's
for
also
him,
the
though, it
family.
was-
Yeah, there's also the family, which didn't take. They found out without me wanting to. They sort of raided. Pretty sure like they raided my phone or something like that, or like just snuck a look at my phone or something like that, and then just use that as an open wound. Stab, 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 poke, poke, poke.
Well,
And it's basically a mockery thing.
Yeah.
That's one of like Dad's go-to things of mockery.
Well, that's one of the things that you kind of want to talk about with this kind of subject is what do you, wait, as somebody who is still in the closet, do they stay in the closet or do they come out? That is something.
All depends on
some
their
part of it.
environment, really. If they're around people who would pretty much, like, you could say to them, like, I eat corgis, and they'd be like, alright, whatever floats your boat, then that's a good person to tell.
Sorry, did you just say I eat corgis?
It's just for
Yes.
the little thing of just, like, extremes. Basically, those people that you could trust with the absolute most secret things. Right, those are the kind.
Yeah.
If I'm around those kind of people, I'll tell them, yeah, I like ponies. So what? However, if it's in an environment where they'll be like, you fucking idiot.
Can
Then
you
no, I'm
really trust?
Yeah, I don't, and that's why. Like, that's why I stayed in the closet for so long. I didn't want like dad or stepbrothers or anything like that found out because I'm already the laughing stock of the house. I'd rather not something be added onto that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I think the car agrees with you.
And what makes it even sadder is the fact of like my little half sister Georgia. She right now loves MLP, and while I would love to like talk about it with her and like interact a little bit more, I know the fact of if I do that, everyone would be like, and so I'll just
Well,
look.
they can just fuck off though, because you're just trying to like bond with your fucking sister. They can fuck off if they think that that's it's worth laughing at.
Well, if they're gonna laugh at that, then why even bother giving them the satisfaction of being upset about it? The thing is, like, just say fuck them.
Yeah.
They don't matter.
Yeah, I just usually just stay quiet about it. Because whenever Mum's over, which by the way she should be coming up in October, so yay! Whenever they're over and I see the stuff, I'm just like, yeah, okay. And I try to just act casual about it. Inside, I'm just going like, oh my god, they're like, yeah, merchandise. Whereas just outside me, it's just like, shut up, internal me. We're just gonna act fine. Civil. Oh my god, ponies, shut the fuck up, internal me.
I thought you were gonna say how you basically got into MLP was through dinosaurs.
No. No, however, I will admit, one of the first things I said after getting into MLP, like watching all up to season 4, was, okay, now how can I include dinosaurs into this?
You can't, they're all dead.
I was just like, you know what? No, this was
What
like,
if
you
they
know
were
what? Just,
time-traveling dinosaurs?
no,
Oh my
I actually have a little project in the works with the whole dinosaurs in MLP thing. It's actually okay. because I try and explain things as much as I can without it being overcomplicated.
Too late.
Just
Yeah.
the best kind of explaining.
Yes.
For example, dinosaurs with head crests have magic. That's simple, because crest equals magic.
Yeah.
The raptors that had the long, arm feathers, they can fly. They are flappies. It makes sense. Yeah, that's my whole coming out story and all that.
Yeah. So, like, as much as me and Prime have in common, we are opposites in that, like, as far as everything I've been bullied for, I decided, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna hide anything about myself anymore. You can tease me about whatever, I'm still gonna be myself, fuck you. But, like, at the same time, I've like, pretty much my entire life, I've been in environments where that kind of attitude was very much supported, like, both by my mom and my dad, and most of my family. Some members of my mom's side of the family are a bit suspect in that regard, but I'm not going to talk about that. But, yeah, like he said, if you're still in the closet, it's more, like, 9 times out of 10, like, unless you just don't feel like talking about it, it's 9 times out of 10 because of the environment you're in, and you're just not in a place where it would be, like,
Yeah.
like, I want to say safe, but I don't even know if that's the right word.
It's not a safe place.
Nowhere is safe anymore.
How I got off lucky in terms of bullies, I'll never know.
What I find it actually kind of like chuckle-worthy is the fact that Ross Kemp has said that Glasgow is one of the deadliest places. Like, and this is a proper trained military person.
This got very dark very quickly.
And even more humorously, around that same time, what was given to Glasgow? A World Peace Award.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds like a lame reward. It's worse than the Golden
It's the
Globe.
most ironic award that Glasgow could possibly have.
Or the Grammys.
In the First World War, they toured a tank around with a sort of donation pot to collect money to raise for the war effort. You know where they got the most money? Glasgow.
Where?
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time for me to go.
All right.
Okay.
Fun talking.
Hey,
Well,
And I got to go as well.
thanks for having me in this podcast. It was nice talking to you.
All right. Good night,
No
Map. It's
problem.
been good to have you.
Wonderful to have you.
All right.
Take care,
See you
man.
later.
Thanks for coming.
Stay awesome.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Later.
bye-bye.
Okay. At the time of this recording, it is about 5 till 6 my time, which means it's coming up towards about midnight Rosie's time. Is it about a good time now to stop the podcast, or do you guys want to keep going?
I think we've said our piece.
I just have to say,
I think
got
everybody
into the
said
show.
anything they
I
needed
just have to say, I got into the show. There was the closet door. I'm like, I'm gonna put a big Rare Jack poster over that. That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
For me, there was no closet. It's like I had a guy say, "Hey, you gotta go watch his show." I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" He goes, "Oh, it's My Little Pony." I'm like, "What? Are you out of your fucking mind?" I didn't ask him what I thought he was smoking, but that's a whole other story. So I went ahead and he goes, "No, you got to go watch it." Lauren Faust has her hand in this one, so he sends me this clip to Sonic Rainbow, and it's the clip where this might explain why I hated Rarity for the longest time. Sends me this clip of Rainbow Dash saving Rarity at the Sonic Rainbow performance thing at the Cloudiseum. And I'm like, okay, well, that was pretty cool. Well, let me look up the series. And I started watching the series from the start, and that was it. I just always kind of been open. I was too loud at one point, though. But like I said, there is a point to just being, just kind of let it be. Don't make a big noise about it. If it comes up, sure, admit to it.
Yeah. Like, it's not a big enough deal to, like, go screaming into a microphone about it, but if it comes up, just, like, I say just own it, because, I mean, I personally don't think it's a big enough deal. It's pretty much the same.
I say own it and proudly own it.
Me.
In this part of the thing, I flaunt it, but when I was bringing it up to my dad at one point in time, because he's usually the one, you say something and he's gonna insult you for it. For surprisingly, instead of sitting there, he usually just calls me fat, or he says, just weird things like I can't do anything. But when I said I'm a brony, he giggled a little bit, but he didn't say anything bad. I was actually kind of shocked. Like, wait, what? Like, you're not gonna insult me? Where's the insult? I'm waiting for it.
Father, are you there? Hello.
I better get going.
All right.
Okay,
Sleep on my love. Mwah. And I wrap my arms around you and I snuggle cuddle you to sleep.
See ya.
Bye-bye. I found it very, very, very much a very good thing for me to flaunt it like it's nothing. And literally tell people, like, if you don't like it, then you can just get the fuck away from me because it doesn't matter. And I've gotten more respect doing that than me just sitting there hiding it and then someone finds out and then saying it. Cause but then again, I've never been introduced to the people who have actually go out and they try to use that against you. I've never been in that situation. I go to work and I wear my brony clothes. I wear a keyframe on both sides of myself. I don't care. It's like I'm a brony and I'm proud of it. I stick my chest out, flaunting my pony pride.
Yeah, but it was Pastel Prose that was asking us. It was like me and Anthony and several other guys. Like, I don't know what it's like for the guys because it's different for girls, but. What's it like for you guys coming out as bronies? So, like, what's it like saying, I'm a brony and I'm a faggot, I'm proud. And
like, I'm a brony, but I'm not a faggot.
You're not a British dish.
No.
And I just straight up tell I straight up tell people that I'm not gay, I'm bi. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
Yeah, the difference is that you could walk into either type of strip club and be happy either way.
Exactly.
Is your favorite song? Is your favorite song? Bye, bye, bye.
No.
It ain't no lie. I'm bye, bye, bye.
Basically, over here, like. In the sort of environment I'm in, when it comes to coming out as a brony, it's rock, hard place, me.
Squish.
Alright, I think I am done. I've said my piece.
Yeah, this has been going on for a little while. We've actually been called for a couple of hours. Most of this has just been set up. A lot of it's been waiting on Prime to show up and a couple other people getting set up.
Has been like setting up, but I'm just now downloading like all my Steam games and all the stuff that's originally on.
And there's been me passing the fuck out.
How important this was to you.
So yeah, and then there's been me passing the fuck out because I've been too damn tired. So, but it's been an interesting good. It's been a good and interesting and great, all that good shit. Anyways.
Woo.
So I guess this is, we've already seen a couple of people say their farewell, so I guess it's farewell from Painted Patience.
Be patient for the next podcast.
And from Lister of Smeg, or Pony Jesus.
These fucking tissues.
And Prophetic Prose.
Ciao, lovely people.
And D. Birch.
Later, guys.
And Jake Hammerquist.
Peace. Later, y'all.
And Shadow Knight.
Stay awesome, guys.
And PrimievalBrony.
Insert interesting quip.
Pterodactyl!
You realize Pterodactyl was a pink one, right? Pterodactyl was a pink one, and it was also the only one with a fucking skirt. So congratulations.
You got a pterodactyl for a pet.
No,
Anyways,
For you people.
well, how about some of you guys? You guys got any kind of interesting stories for coming out, or how about some of your other friends? Have you gotten to hear any coming out stories from fellow bronies? Have you gotten any interesting reactions? Maybe that's some of the interest. Maybe that's something that we may have missed out on talking about here. From here on, I'll read in through the conversations, and until next time, this is Postscript of the Brony Crusaders, and I can't wait to hear some of your thoughts and feelings next.